An all too familiar sight, the everyday balancing act of many women in various high-density suburbs across Harare as the capital's water crisis continues to deepen. The erratic and at times non-supply of the precious commodity continues to negatively affect residents, with women bearing the heaviest brand. The crisis has been non-selective. The young, the old, and even the pregnant all finding themselves meeting at what is now become a common hangout, the borehole. Most have much to say, but are shy to speak on camera. But for the few who do, there is no mistaking where the blame for the unavailability of water lies.
kutobhadhetsa mvura hapana kuti haina kubuda mwedzi wese bhiri rinongoya riri kuma$30 ndiye $30 yacho iyo sitofara ribate zvayo kana ichitora mari yemvura yaisingatipe zvinoreveiko
sesu tine vana kudai tiri kufamba madistance akareba
toswera zuva rese tichichera mvura tingochera asi wakanzuri tiri kubhadhara mari
ngaparegere mari iyoyo kuitwa corruption ngaisenze chaizvo izvezvo inofanira kusenza ibva yagadzirisa dambudziko rekuchenesa mvura nekuti mvura ifambe sezvayanga iri mazuva ese.
Hatitomboishandisi mvura yepatepi isusu kana kutoinwa inotozezesa kuti unotorwara nayo.
At a time when the Harare City Council has introduced a water rationing program, which they have since suspended, the gravity of the water situation in the capital city can only be undermined at the peril of the residents, government and the country as a whole. The Harare City Council has since maintained and remained adamant that the water situation in Harare remains very dire and requires both residents and the city fathers to play their part. Mike Chideme, the spokesperson of the Harare City Council, believes the attack on the occupants of Townhouse is not justified.
Some of the criticism is based on very scant information as to who should do what. For example, I told you it's a value chain. We might have everything at Morton Jeffrey, but when there's no power, we can't treat. Right? We might have the expertise, but when there are no extra dams to complement what we already have, it means the water will always be inadequate. So if the residents also don't play their part in terms of contributing towards the provision of the service through payment of their bills, it means they are demanding a service which they are not funding.
What of claims of corruption and mismanagement of funds at Townhouse at the expense of service delivery?
I don't think it's true, because council is a substructure of government, and council satisfies a lot of needs. Everything has to be a whole. We have to provide the whole sum of what the residents would need, because abdicating some of those duties and say we will concentrate on water only, it means the other services are suffering.
Yet the capital's city water problems are far from over. The dwindling water levels and massive pollution in Lake Chivero, coupled with the unavailability of enough water treatment chemicals, are just some of the reasons why women in Harare's high-density suburbs will continue to congregate at boreholes and wells in search of this life-giving liquid. Patlane Pure, ZBC News in Harare.